Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Hit the Bid here on July 13th. Today we're going to be running through our Week 28 Market Watch. This is where we review last week's action and see how it's going to help us navigate these markets as we head into Week 28. Also, be on the lookout for any potential opportunities and big news events to be aware of in the new week. So let's jump right in. We did see nice gains in the cattle market. Both feeders and fats pushing up into new all-time highs last week. Corn prices getting cheaper, and equity and oil markets hanging steady. So not a whole lot of excitement over in that neck of the woods, but let's jump right in and take a closer look. Got our August live cattle here to start us off. Did see a nice rally all week long. Price hitting the ground running on Monday and pushing about $10 higher on the week, posting a new all-time high here at 223.27, printing on Friday. Bulls continue to show their strength and the health of this market as this market pushes up into new all-time highs. Bulls buying this thing up on pretty heavy volume, showing they're aggressive up here at these all-time highs, which is a good sign. Looking for that momentum to keep carrying higher. We can see here on a lower time frame, price opening up Monday, breaking out above that prior week's bull pivot at 214.5, hitting the ground running and driving higher all week long. We did get a little bit of a brief pullback here on Thursday, with market showing good support here in this 217 to 219 area. Bulls stepping back in. Anyone that may have missed this first leg higher is supporting this market here in this area, and Friday's action pushing above that point of control there right around 220, printing that new all-time high and having a nice strong close here at 222.37. As we head into the new week, a couple levels to be aware of. This 217 level was Thursday's low. In the event of offers below 217, we could see this thing just form a nice pullback. No major downside expected, just support at these major moving averages to come in if we do get offers below 217. However, I don't think that situation's likely. With that nice strong close on Friday and a big trend week, we should see the momentum carry into week 28. Bids above 222.37 should have us pushing through the 220s here and looking for that 230 mark. But just want to be cautious as we are starting to get up here into overbought territory. We are just starting to get a little bit over 3.0 reading on this heat index, showing that this market's just sniffing out overbought territory. The bulls are showing their strength and have the wind at their back, so we should see this thing continue pushing higher. But this is just something we want to be monitoring in the week ahead. We'll be on the lookout for any balance days and see if this market gets a little top heavy. But in the meantime, we expect to see this big picture uptrend continue higher as this cattle market continues to prove its strength. Over to the feeder market now. Similar action over here. Prices rallying all week long, never even violating a prior day's low. Did see price opening up Monday, pushing strong here Monday and Tuesday. Big wide range day here on Thursday, trading about an $8 range, a little over $8 range, putting in that new all-time high at 326.87. Feeder market's a little bit more extended here than that fat market, but we do expect to see that momentum carry above Friday's close there at 325.77. Look for this market to continue pushing higher up towards the 330 level. Just going to be on the lookout for this market to start giving some reversal signals here in the event of some overbought territory, but at the moment we expect to see this momentum keep carrying this cattle market higher. Look for the feeders and fats to continue pushing up into new all-time highs in the week ahead. We'll just be monitoring that one for any potential reversals and keeping an eye on this heat index in the week ahead. But big picture uptrends still remain intact and the upside is expected to continue. Over to the corn market now. We did see corn prices continue to get cheaper. That Sunday night open gapping lower and driving lower throughout Monday and Tuesday. We did see price balancing out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday here in about a 7-cent range between 4.18 and 4.11. Price just hanging steady here on Wednesday and Thursday as it was awaiting the WASD report. A whole lot of nothing coming out of that WASD report. Prices just continuing to march lower here after taking out that Wednesday and Thursday high. Friday's high, though, here at 418 is going to be our bull pivot on the week. With this market nearing oversold territory. Any bids above 418, we could see this thing turn into a bit of a relief rally. However, there's plenty of resistance overhead. Big picture downtrend remains intact. We've got our declining moving average as well as this gap here from Friday and last Monday's open. Lots of resistance here, so expect the bears in the event of a pullback here to step in and continue pushing this market lower. However, with that selling pressure we saw from last week, expect offers below 411.5 here to just continue driving this market lower as corn will start looking for this $4 mark here, looking for that good round number there at the $4 mark. Now over to the oil markets. Not a whole lot of excitement over here in this neck of the woods. We did see price just balancing out all week long, chopping at about a $3 range. This market did close on Friday up here near the highs of the week, so we got our bull pivot here at 69. If we start to get bids above 69, we could see this thing just push up here into the low 70s, but we aren't really expecting a whole lot of upside beyond the $72 mark. If we take a look here, late 2024, we saw a nice trading range here between 66 and 72 trading. And this is a spot that this oil market has been comfortable, and we wouldn't be surprised to see it continue to carve out another range here in the $66 to $72 mark going forward. Not going to be super committed to a direction here at the moment, as this low volatility and choppy market. We're just going to be looking for shorter term moves, but just looking for this market to continue chopping sideways. I'd be looking to play the edges here in the range trade. But if we do start to get offers below 66.5, we could see this thing start to continue this big picture downtrend that we've seen over the last couple of years here. But in the meantime, expect to see more choppy and low volatility action here in this crude oil market. Let's jump over to the equities side of things now. Another quiet week here in this market as well. Prices just hanging steady up here near all-time highs. Both the S&P and the Nasdaq putting in new all-time highs last week. Dow continues to lag. It showed a little bit more of a pullback last week than the other indexes, but and also just fallen short here of this prior all-time high. We do expect to see support step in here. This market's just chopping up here, showing its good acceptance of these new all-time highs, at least on the S&P and the Nasdaq, that is. And the Dow is trying to play catch up here, but right now we see price just getting comfortable up here right around the $6,300 mark. We are a bit overbought at the moment, but this market has been resilient, and we might just need to see time catch up here. We might not see as much of a pullback here through price, but more through spending an extended period of time here trading in the range right around the 6,300 mark. Once we see these key moving averages start to catch up to price, we could see this thing continue to kick back into gear and push towards all-time highs. Equity markets remain strong and healthy. Look for the upside to continue, and this market to continue driving up into all-time highs. We are, like I said, at overbought territory, so pullbacks would be welcome as potential buying opportunities. So be looking to deploy more capital in the event of a pullback. But here in the near term, we expect this low volatility grind higher just to continue and keep stock prices moving higher. That's about all we got as far as charts go. If we take a look here, we do have some news events waiting for us in the week ahead. We do have inflation data coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday, with CPI on Tuesday morning and Wednesday PPI before the opening bell. Also on Thursday, we have a couple events going on, but the big one in focus is the initial jobless claims here Thursday before the opening bell. So just a couple things this week to keep an eye on, but not a whole lot to be expected to come from it. Just look for these equity markets to continue climbing higher as it continues to show its strength. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow for closing comments.